In the sleepy town of Whispering Pines, nestled deep in the heart of a dense forest, there stood an ancient, dilapidated house. Its weather-worn facade loomed ominously over the surrounding trees, casting long shadows that seemed to dance in the moonlight. For decades, the townsfolk whispered tales of the house's dark past. They spoke of the previous owners, the Blackwood family, who had vanished without a trace one fateful night. One stormy evening, a group of curious teenagers dared each other to spend the night in the abandoned Blackwood House. Eager to prove their bravery, they armed themselves with flashlights and ventured into the eerie darkness. As they stepped through the creaking doorway, a suffocating sense of dread washed over them. The air was thick with a palpable malevolence, and strange whispers echoed through the empty halls. Ignoring the warning signs, they pressed on, determined to uncover the truth behind the house's sinister reputation. But with each passing moment, the shadows seemed to grow darker, and the whispers grew louder, like a chorus of tortured souls crying out for release. As the night wore on, they stumbled upon a hidden chamber in the depths of the house. Inside, they found a series of cryptic symbols etched into the walls, their meaning lost to time. Suddenly, a bone-chilling scream pierced the silence, freezing them in their tracks. Panic engulfed the group as they realized they were not alone. Something malevolent lurked in the darkness, its presence looming ever closer. Frantically, they searched for an escape, but the house seemed to shift and warp around them, trapping them in its nightmarish grip. One by one, they fell prey to the unseen terror, disappearing into the abyss without a trace. Only one remained, paralyzed with fear as the whispers grew louder and the shadows closed in around them. In a last desperate attempt to survive, they stumbled upon a decrepit staircase leading down into the bowels of the house. With trembling hands, they descended into the darkness, their flashlight casting feeble beams of light into the abyss. But what they found at the bottom shook them to their core. A forgotten chamber hidden from the world for centuries, filled with the restless spirits of the Blackwood family. With a blood-curdling wail, the spirits rose from their eternal slumber, their eyes blazing with unholy fury. And as the last survivors' screams echoed through the night, the house consumed them all, sealing their fate for eternity. And so the legend of the Blackwood House lived on, a cautionary tale whispered among the townsfolk of Whispering Pines. For those who dared to enter its cursed halls would never return, their souls forever lost to the darkness that lurked within.